I've been boosting my posts on Instagram and my cost per clicks are just under $1. Basically, when you boost your posts on Instagram, they will charge you based on how many your boosted posts got clicked. And in my case, my cost per clicks are just under $1. My optimization was more profile visits, which gives me an opportunity for my profile to be viewed and gain followers. Let me give you an example of my best results. This one has a daily budget of 20. I got 888 profile visits and I run it for 35 days and my total spend was $703. CPC is 79 cents. Next one is I got a daily budget for this one of $11. I got 1,124 profile visits which I ran for 54 days and the spend was $590. So if you do the math, CPC is 53 cents. The last one would be my daily budget for this one is $20, which I got almost 1,900 profile visits and I ran it for 61 days and my spend was $1,200. So my CPC is 65 cents. As you can see, my CPC is very low. Not $1, not $7, which most of the people get when they boost their posts on Instagram. But how does the pricing of boosting posts on Instagram really works? And how can you achieve a very low CPC like this? But before I show you, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a video that you can see anywhere. So the question is, how much will Instagram charge you? Standard CPCs are based from 50 cents to $2. Instagram will charge you based on the CPC, which are cost per clicks. It means how many people click on your boosted post. Or if your boosted post is optimized for profile visits, they will charge you how much people visited your profile based on how good or bad your content is. Based from our experience, Instagram is charging us a lower CPC, which is under $1 or a maximum of $2. Just because the content that we already boosted had already gained attraction in the uptrend and got a lot of good engagements, which means that the content that we boosted is already good. With this being said, if your content is not good, which has no good reach and no engagements, price will likely go higher. Otherwise, price will go down. So it will really depend on how good the post you're boosting is. Next is it will depend on your market. High competition, high CPC. If you're in a highly competitive industry like apparel, cost may reach up to $3 per click. Low competitive, low CPC. This means your industry doesn't have much competitors and you can expect that your CPC will be low. Generally speaking, it is safe to spend $1 to $3 on a click because that is where they charge you. Good things is you don't have to worry about the impressions. The metric that you'll only be looking at is the CPC because that's where they'll charge you. Next one is the type of content. It could be reels, image, or carousel. If it's a reel, the CPC is more likely higher. If it's an image, the CPC will be more likely lower than of a reel. But still, it will depend on how good your content is. Good content, lower CPC. Bad content, higher CPC. Next one is you can always adjust your budget. This is one of the greatest features on boosting your post. It's not like boost your post, then wait for your bill. You'll get to expect how much you'll be spending on a daily basis. So that's right, you can always set it up to your capacity. It will depend on the duration you want. This feature will let you decide on how long your boosted post runs. You can run it for a day, a week, or for a month. If your budget will be $10 daily and run it for 7 days, the cost will be $70. So it would really depend on your budget and duration setup. Instagram will only charge you based on your daily budget. Last one will be target audience demographic. Price will depend too on the demographics. When boosting your post, you have the option of running it broad, which means Instagram will show it to a much wider audience, which has a variety of audience and price will be lower. You can also then target specific locations and which price will be more high. The reason is if you're targeting a specific location, there might be some advertisers too that is optimizing for that demographics. So it's an auction and expect that price will be more higher because of the competition. So here's what you can do to get better results. First is boost your posts for as low as $5. Try to filter out free contents and base it from these three metrics: top of shares, top of engagements, and top of reach. Set your daily budget from $5 to $10 or depend on how aggressive your boosted post you want it to be. Higher budget means higher impressions. Lower budget, lower impressions. If you want to know more about this strategy, you can click on this video that I've made specifically for this strategy. Next one is test it out. You'll never know how much it costs or how well it affects your brand unless you test it out. With getting the experience from boosting your posts over time, it's like you're paying money not only for optimization goals, but also the experience and knowledge on how much or what's a good price when boosting your posts. So it's a win-win. Last one would be promote what performs best. Try to find good contents that you've already posted and boosted. Never pick out the content that haven't got any tractions or good engagements. Leave them on the organic side. As I've said earlier, boost your best post. What's in it for you? This is the best stepping stone to go the next level. Meta Business Suite. If you're a beginner and just starting out to do advertisements, boosting posts is the best way to learn and get an idea about advertisements. I would say it's the safest way to lose money. No, I'm just kidding. It's the safest way to spend your money, as when boosting, you don't have to worry about anything compared to Meta Ads Business Suite. If you're a beginner and you really need to make the most out of your money by knowing the technical things in there, and using Meta Ads Business Suite requires a lot of efforts and experience as compared to just boosting. If you're looking for constant price of boosting posts, you'll never find it, as it differs for everybody. And also, it depends on what content they hold. Without doing it in the first place, you'll never figure out how much Instagram will charge you. The prices I've given you earlier was just an example and based from the data of our own boosted post. But expect that prices may vary, and standard pricing is gonna be 50 cents to $2 per click. If the price is higher than that, then change the video and check if the price meets your expectations. That's it for today's video. See you on the next one.